everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Nurse Leslie, the channel with life hacks and health advice for women. So to all the ladies and the men watching this video, first of all, I want to thank you once again from the bottom of my heart for always being here with me and always being here for me. Thank you for being my fans, thank you for being my followers, and thank you for being my subscribers. And most important, thank you for being my family. Because you are my family, you are considered my family, and you will always be considered my family. And Nurse Leslie loves you. So you guys, as most of you know, I have held a poll under my community tab. And I asked you, please let me know which video, in this case premiere, would you be most interested in hearing about and viewing? And that was either A, my time at the Royal Dutch Air Force and my experience, or B, a motivational speech, or C, warning signs that you may have lactose intolerance like unfortunately I have. Now the clear winner of the poll, you guys, was my time at the Royal Dutch Air Force and my experience. So for that, I want to thank you so very much for joining me in this premiere. Thank you for being here and just chat away with Nurse Leslie. Ask anything you want. I just want to ask you guys, and please honor and respect that I cannot reveal every graphic detail of my story in the Royal Dutch Air Force. The reason why I will get to later on in my story. So you guys, my time at the Royal Dutch Air Force boot camp. Oh, what a ride it was. I actually joined the Royal Dutch Air Force straight after graduating nursing school. So what I did is, you guys, I went online and I applied for the Royal Dutch Air Force, and within a few days they sent me a letter that I was welcomed to visit the screening center in Amsterdam, where you would be screened mentally and where you would have your physical screening as well. So the day came really quickly, and I decided to actually head over the night before and spend the night at the screening center. And the reason was, for one, I could already experience having a taste of not sleeping at home. And also, for the experience of already meeting some new people and hearing some of their stories and maybe hopefully making some new friends, And it was a good decision because I had to be there very early in the morning, and I did get to meet some fantastic new people. Got to hear their stories. And of course, I didn't only meet people that were joining the Air Force, I also met people that were joining, the Royal Dutch Navy, the Royal Dutch Army, and also military police. And it's just fascinating to hear everybody's story and why they want to join and what they want to achieve. So the first night at the screening center was actually pretty good. I have to say, the beds were nice and comfortable. We got situated to our rooms. We got told about the rules and the regulations. And the only thing was, the screening center was right next to the train station, and every half hour when the train would roll by, it's like it wasn't rolling by, but it was rolling right through your room. The whole room shook and it was quite noisy, but like I said, the bed was nice and comfortable, so I kind of had a good night's sleep. So the next morning, we got up right bright and early and got ready for our day. And they had us all sorted and situated. So what they actually did, they took one part of the group that would start out with their physical screening, and the second part of the group, they explained, would go for their mental screening. Now, when all screenings were done, you were provided with a pretty good and healthy lunch, and after lunch, you would swap. So if you started with your physical screening, you now had your mental screening, and if you started your mental screening, you now had your physical screening. So I went in, I had my mental screening, I had my physical screening, and after that, you would be placed in this dreaded waiting room, and you had to wait a few minutes for your results to come in. So they would come out to the waiting center where you were, they would call you in, and they would tell you your results. And they told me, congratulations, you passed your physical screening, you passed your mental screening, and you are now an official part of the Royal Dutch Air Force. Boom. The feeling I had, you guys, I felt so proud and happy and joyful, and finally, I passed my screenings and I'm in. So after you hear your results, I had to see the last person of the day, which was administration, and they provided you with all the additional information that you needed about your boot camp and about starting your boot camp. So they told me your boot camp will start in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, your basic training starts. And I'm like, whoa, 3 weeks? So I thought to myself, okay, Leslie, you better enjoy this relaxed and free time you have now in civilian life, because in 3 weeks it's going to be over and you know it's going to be over. So the day came, fresh out of nursing school and straight into the Royal Dutch Air Force. I got there bright and early in the morning, and again, still this feeling of excitement and thrill and happiness and can't wait to start. But on the other end, I was also very nervous. You guys, I'm going to admit, I was so nervous. But I got to my basic training, I got to camp, and we were split into 4 big classes. And every class had 2 drill instructors. So the 2 drill instructors, my 2 drill instructors, came up, they introduced themselves, and right then and there they said, congratulations, you are now part of the Royal Dutch Air Force. Your civilian life as you know it is now over. You have 4 weeks of boot camp ahead of you. You will follow instructions. You will follow orders. You will do as you are told. And you will give 100%. You will do everything with honor. And you were told that any type of disrespect would not be tolerated and could cut your military career very short. So after that, it was like, okay, line up right now. Boom, energy changed right fast. So you were all lined up and they said, march. And without knowing anything, you just did as you were told. I turned and we marched, and there you go. You're marching straight into this head center on camp. And there you had your papers checked. And it was like papers, you were checked. You're getting your injections, your teeth are checked, and it's one after the other. It's boom, 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 and they're constantly on your case. They're like, move it, faster, march, go, hurry up, and they're constantly on your case, they're constantly on your back. And if I have to think about it now and talk about it now, it still puts a smile on my face, it still makes me laugh, because the whole experience was so amazing. And after your papers were checked, and you got your injections, and after your teeth were checked, it's like, okay, move, go. And there was this bus. And we're like, where are we going now? So it was like, move faster, get on this bus, move, go. And we had to get on this bus. And there you went. You went to this big clothing center, which was a bit outside of camp. And there's like, get off the bus, move, faster. And I just remember just running off this bus, and you're running, and it's one big chaos. You're running around like a chicken without a head, basically. So then they said, line up, hurry up, line up. So again, you're over there and you're lined up. And it's one by one, go, move, and you're going in. You have your arms up, and there's your uniform warm, your boots, your sleeping bag, every military item you will need for your entire basic training. It's all there, boom. And as soon as you have your stuff, they're saying, go, move. And you have to take all this stuff, and you had to put it right there in the bus, boom, one after the other. And it was get back in the bus. As soon as everybody had their items, there you go, back to basic camp. And it's like, sleeping barracks, move, move, move. And again, you're running, you're continuously running, you're always on the go, go, go. So we get up to our sleeping barracks and we had to basically deposit all our stuff. And then they said, and now you have to get changed. You have 5 minutes. So there you go again. You're getting out of your civilian clothing and you're getting into your military uniform. And they are like, hurry up, outside of your sleeping barracks. So you're getting changed as fast as we can. And I remember there was this one moment that I had, and I just was right in front of a mirror that was in our sleeping barrack, in our rooms. And I had just a few seconds to look at myself and realize, wow, I'm actually in this uniform now. Now it's official. I am really now a soldier. I am now an airwoman. And again, this indescribable feeling of pride. But I didn't have a lot of time to let it sink in because, as I said, the pace was very high. So now you were called back downstairs and it's like, all right, come on, faster, move, go. And you were shown around your whole camp. And they said, this is where you eat. Here's your canteen. Here's the gym. Here's the running tracks. Here's your classrooms. Here's this. Here's that. You were shown around, but it went at such a high pace. You had to take in so much information. You were continuously running. You were continuously going. You were carrying stuff. You were all over the place. And then finally, at the end of the day, they showed us to our sleeping barracks again and told us to get ready for the next day. So we were in our sleeping barracks, organizing all the stuff you had now, and they were saying, okay, you better enjoy the quality time you have now because tomorrow it's all gonna start. Oh my god, and it did, it all started. But at that time that you were in your sleeping barrack getting yourself organized, I finally had the chance to talk to my new classmates and also roommates and talking to them about, so what do you think so far, what do you want to achieve in the Air Force and why did you join, and you know, you're finally bonding. Now, it wasn't until now you finally had some time to connect. And you had time to do one phone call. Call home and say, okay, I'm here, I'm sorted, I'm situated, I'm ready and I'm safe. So the first night at boot camp was like, whoa. It all started to settle and it all started to sink, and I'm like, wow, the first day was already here and it's gone. And it's like, it flew because you're always so busy and going. Time just, it's like it flew. I remember it like flying. And boot camp, I have to say, it was amazing. Sometimes it was really sad, and you know, it's because boot camp doesn't only prepare you to be a soldier. Boot camp is not only to teach you your basic skills that you need to get through your boot camp, so you can get to your final placement and to prepare for your main goal, your purpose of what you are going to fulfill, your function you're going to fulfill. It's not only for that. I heard a lot of people ask me, also colleagues ask me, but Les, isn't boot camp just purely to train you to become a soldier, learn your basic skills, so you can get to your final placement where you can be trained to be a military nurse? Yes, it is for that, but no, it's not only for that. Boot camp is also to teach you about yourself. And you know, I did learn a lot about myself. Boot camp also teaches you how are you going to deal with unexpected situations. How are you going to deal with stressful situations? How are you going to deal with conflict? How are you going to deal with barely any sleep? How are you going to deal when you're out there with your classmates in the woods in the cold? How are you going to deal with your classmates quitting boot camp or not finishing their purpose? How are you going to deal with missing family members, missing home? not having a lot of contact or barely having contact with your loved ones. And you will learn how you see things, how you feel about things, and you will learn coping mechanisms. And this is why to this day, I have no regrets at all about my time and experience at the Royal Dutch Air Force. I finished my time, and it's amazing because, like I just said, not only do you learn all these amazing basic skills to get through your boot camp, I also learned a lot at the military as a nurse, because again, I went straight from nursing school into the Royal Dutch Air Force. So I started out with different knowledge than you would normally start out. And yeah, I learned about first responding, and I learned about, wounds, different type of wounds that you would encounter in war situations. And I learned about triage, and I learned about acting in very stressful situations. And this is the skills part that is absolutely amazing, and that gave me such a head start when I finished my time at the Royal Dutch Air Force and went back into civilian life nursing. And not only the skills, but also about myself. I learned so much more about myself, and I felt like it really gave me the best head start when I went back into civilian world. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing the insights you have and the extra knowledge you have when you start out. It's fantastic. And yeah, with boot camp, like I said in the beginning, I had the best times. I met new people, I met new friends, but had some wonderful things happen, but also some not so wonderful things. And this is the part what I talked about in the beginning, that I please ask of you to honor and respect that I cannot review every graphic detail. And this is unfortunately a risk that can happen in any career basically, but especially in the forces, is when you lose a fellow soldier. And this is what happened to me, and I actually seen one of my ex-fellow soldiers fall right in front of me. And I don't know if many of you know or remember that I told you this is exactly what you learn about yourself, how to deal. And that's why I say the forces can be an incredible experience, and it can really give you a head start in life, and it teaches you about yourself. It truly teaches you about yourself. So I will not get into detail of how it happened, or I'm not doing that out of respect for my ex-fallen soldier and my ex-fellow comrades, but also out of respect for him, but also his family. So anyway, you guys, this was my personal journey and my story about my time at the Royal Dutch Air Force. After the Air Force, I also got into home care, and from home care I got into another healthcare center, and from that I got into the healthcare center where I work at today, where I work at Tall and Proud for almost 8 years now. And all this, the Royal Dutch Air Force, the home care, healthcare centers, everything, every different aspect taught me so much skills, so much knowledge and about myself. And this all came together, and this is how the YouTube channel Nurse Leslie was created. And this is the reason why I don't only share medical knowledge with you on how you can be the best healthy version of you, but this is why I'm also always talking about motivation and inspiration. This is why I'm always saying, go out there and turn your dreams to a reality. Be the best you, be the best version of you, never give up, never quit, never stop. because this is what I have learned. This is what I've learned from the forces, and this is what I've learned from all the experience after the forces as well. And my mission, this is why I'm always saying it, is to provide you with the best medical advice that I can personally give you, but also to inspire and to motivate. And this is why I'm always saying, Nurse Leslie loves you and is never going to quit. I'm always going to be here for you, regardless. So you guys, I truly hope, I really hope you enjoyed my personal story of my time at the Royal Dutch Air Force. And I also love that I could share how all this came together into forming my YouTube channel as well. So I have another small little announcement. Next video is actually going to be about warning signs that you may have lactose intolerance, and that's also because I have lactose intolerance. And again, this is a very good stepping stone for me to also share medical knowledge about this with you. And even another small announcement, I'm going to hold another poll. And you can tell me again in this poll, it will be under my community tab again. Do you want the topic after warning signs that you have lactose intolerance to be about a motivational speech? Or would you like to see a video about tips on how to get out of a winter dip? Because the month of November, it's here. It's dark, it's rainy, it's gloomy, and maybe some of us, some of you deal with some winter dips. And would you like to hear some tips on how you can deal with winter dips? So I'm going to put up a poll. Let me know. And the winner will, of course, be the topic. So you guys, thank you once again for being here with me. Enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, take care of yourself and each other. And I will see you in the next video, which will be about warning signs you may have lactose intolerance. See you there, guys.